you have something other than God of War? Because then that could be a fun combo.
No, I mean, thinking back to the PS4, like Spider-Man, you know, like I didn't beat the PS4 Spider-Man yet, so I want to do that and then get Miles Morales on the PS5. Because I guess a lot of people were getting it on like the PS5 and they would get it on the PS5 and it would come with a copy for the PS4, so you could like play it on the PS4 until you actually got your PS5. But that feels very fancy.
Yeah, it is very fancy. I'm with River in chat who says, "Stop talk, go to the war." I would like to go to the war, but unfortunately, the war is not yet. So
neither is the zone.
We will get there. Yeah, and neither the zone nor the Verdansk. It's a virtual plane of existence, and it doesn't actually exist yet. So we're waiting for it to begin to exist.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one, sorry to interrupt, but this is very important, I feel. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it actually make a sound? It's the same thing. If no one's actually on the battlefield, if no one's actually looking, observing at the war zone, does it exist? It's Schrodinger's war zone.
If nobody's
if there's no battle there.
Yeah.
There's a lot in this. We could go deep here, guys. I mean,
it's only 7 in the morning. I can't go this.
It's a long day, and we haven't yet even got the players in the lobby.
I've been told the game is starting shortly, chat. You guys tell us what you want us to do, because I'm telling you, some people are like, stop talking about it. We can just sit here.
That's why we're here.
We could just not talk. Is this better? That's what I thought, chat. It's awkward now, right? You'd rather
I'm glad that we all made the intense eye contact with the camera. I think that really sold it.
That's right.
How creepy it is.
Well, but the eye contact maybe helped. I think we're ready to get on the Verdansk. I think it's actually time. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get into the plane and drop onto the island for the first time and actually play and see how this custom lobby goes. Now let's talk for a second about drop spots. Is there going to be hotly contested areas? Supermarket is always so popular here, Miles, but we're not in a pub stomp anymore.
Things are all different now. It's the same Verdansk with a very different feel to it. Private lobbies, you're going to see players drop pretty much everywhere. I would say anywhere where there is a relatively consistent amount of loot and cash money, baby. Cash is going to be key here in these private games. That's going to be where players will be dropping. Look out for a lot of contracts as well. Bounties, but in particular scavenger runs. I think scavengers, even supply runs, I take it back now I've said it. But I think they'll be very, very popular. But yeah, everyone's going to be dropping almost anywhere. Only the bravest and the boldest will be going in towards Superstore. And what we could expect as well is for players to start this game off and be like, hey, who wants to go super? Come at us, bro. Meet you down there. Fists in aisle 5. That could be a thing as well. But we'll see how we go.
Who are the best and bravest, chat? Is Recurrent dropping Superstore? We've been hyping up Recurrent this whole time, and with like for a good reason. The man is a monster, but he also wants to win. Is that actually the way? Power TV might go Superstore. I don't know.
What's the power?
He's good. He's very good at the game, but like that's still a bold move. So I was told, chat. I promised you that we're getting in the game. I know it's going to happen. We all want to watch the gameplay. Here we go. Let's go. We're on board with Pony Hop. We're in that. We're watching them warm up. But hey, this is close enough. This is good stuff. Let's watch this boy. Look at that. Look at this man. He has every stream deck, all 3 sizes in front of him right now.
At this man, I'm loving the 2-camera perspective he has, because especially when you get up to something as high level gameplay as I'm really expecting to see here from Pony Hoff, it's going to be really interesting to see his hand movements. And also, I'm just so stoked to see mouse and keyboard play. I always think mouse and keyboard is the way to go. I know a lot of people disagree, but that's why I'm trash at video games. So.
Jess, no. We've had healthy debates about mouse and keyboard and auto aim and all sorts of aim assist. We've had plenty of those here on Twitch Rivals.
Well, that's another kind of conversation I actually am curious to open up, as far as what you think most of these players are playing on. Are we going to see? Are there a lot of we're not always necessarily going to be able to tell this, but are we going to see a lot of console players, a lot of PC players, a lot of PC playing on controller? Because it's interesting to look at something like the Call of Duty League, which recently did make the switch to competitive being played on PC, however, with controller. So I'm very curious.
Yeah, I would expect a lot of PC controller players from the United Kingdom in particular. We know that they love to do that. I think Gargod While I think he FIFA kills. I know Juki's will be doing that as well. There's a lot of good players running them controllers. But this is going to be our first drop we're seeing here in Pornhub again. This is a private lobby game. We've got 100-something players. My face cam is covering that one. But again, look at the drop locations. We're not exactly going towards Superstore. We're looking towards these apartment blocks, which a lot of players have affectionately dubbed Chernobyl, which is not an affectionate dub of a horrifying thing that happened in the 80s. Not a nice way to call it, but again, the striking similarities to Russian architecture. It's absolutely true.
Did you see some of that there too?
You know, this event is a little bit unique in that I think even the very first moments are going to be quite crucial, and the fact that it is a private lobby means that every kill matters that much more, and so the action really starts right from the beginning. Right from the moment we see the first kills here on the battlefield, it's going to have an impact because it's every kill, like I said, every kill that this team gets is a kill that another team cannot get, and also it's another team that they're at the end of their life. They cannot accumulate any more points if they're dead. It just can't be done.
It's going to be really tricky, actually, to see. I mean, what we normally do at the start of these Rivals events is we try to sort of guess what's going to be a really good score to walk away with after a game. And I think it's going to be difficult to judge here. I think placement is going to be key. It's not as easy to pick up high kill games in these private lobbies. Everyone's a little bit more pensive. Everyone plays a little shy, a bit cowardly at times. Again, it's all a matter of perspective. But this is going to be big. And again, what you want to see these players really do here is go for cash first. You want loadouts, you want UAVs, and you want to be doing what you can to amass that money as quickly as possible. And that's what Gargod, bottom right, is going to be doing. One of our players from the United Kingdom. A bit of a fiend.
In the pub stomp format, when everybody it's get as many wins as you can in a certain amount of time, or like your best 3 games are your point total. Everybody has to get the win, and then it comes down to how many kills can you get on top of the win. That's what defines who wins. But in a private lobby situation, there's only one victory being given out per game, which makes that victory easily the most important thing to secure. I agree with you. I think placement is going to be way more heavily prioritized in this format than racking up a massive amount of kills.
Yeah, and that's another really good point because we do have a, hard stop, 5 games. Everyone's playing the same 5 games versus in a lot of other public lobby races, the format is you've got maybe 3 or so hours to play as many games as you can, and then we take the top 5 scores. So you get some room for mulligans, some do-overs. Here, if you make a mistake, that's it. That is locked into your permanent record.
So I think for the European viewers, a mulligan is basically when you the bed. Right? Is that what a mulligan is? Can I say? Is that safe to say?
See, now I'm just worried because I forget that there's different, different slang. So I hope that mulligan is not an offensive term.
No,
in some part of the world. You don't know. Maybe there's some. I bet there's some viewer out there that in their country or city, mulligan is very nasty words.
Yeah, Bulgaria is literally burning effigies of Jess Brohard right now.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't think so. Oh, Isaac, nice shots.
Oh.
Isaac is another staple of Warzone tournaments. He has been for a really long time. He's a great player. Isaac loves to rage. Isaac has got a really good rage in game. He gets angry, but he also brings it very, very well in the gameplay. Let's see what he and his teammate Rocket can do now. Try to pick up that one and kind of get the cleanup. What can I say? DMR's at hand already. They've got their loadout very, very quickly.
Just as we expected, despite that nerf, we are still going to see plenty of DMR zone here.
Yep. And this is actually an interesting pickup from Isaac. This is the MP5 from Cold War, not the MP5 from Warzone.
Ooh.
The man's got his preference already. I'd like to see that, but...
Did they change the MP5 much? I remember at launch, MP5 was so strong in Cold War.
It's still pretty good. It's
oh, yeah?
Time with slight different of attachments, but oh boy, that's going to be our first team sent to the ghoulie. And it looks like that was Heretic's method. Took down Physic there and Hoon, and they're both sort of chilling. They get to wait a little bit. Spain taking on France there.
All right, is this an Xbox or a PS5? It was an Xbox.
Yeah, Physic was the Xbox there, unfortunately. Tough loss. I think that's really the first gulag that we've seen in our first fallen comrade.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of players drop out now, but this is going to be it. This is Tomiki on your screen. This is it. Bon chance, mon ami. Go for it. This is to keep his team in it. Good jump. Tags for days. I cannot believe he hasn't managed to finish this player yet. Aids out. There it is.
Oh.
Well cooked grenade.
Every one of these kills and deaths though is so bittersweet because it all matters. It all matters so much. None of these are randoms. None of these are just someone that you meet in a public lobby. These are your fellow Twitch rivals that you're gunning down.
I mean, this is the Battle of Europe, right? This is all your pals.
Mm-hmm.
Lame as well. Another player from Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Real character. Every time I see his stream, he's got a different, animal in the background somewhere. And Enotook as well, another player who's been around in the Twitch Rivals competitions for what feels like forever. COVID. It's been going on for 9 years now, I think. It feels like that. Yeah. It really does.
This last year has been about 21 years long. So
21 years. God, we all feel old. But these guys have been. Imagine what it feels like for these guys. Verdansk every day. I mean, that's true passion, true commitment. But we'll see if he can show in the gameplay.
So I'm seeing that Enotook and his teammate have two. Well, I guess we only know Enotook. He's got 2 kills right now. Miles, what kind of kill scores are you expecting here on the board? Because from my experience, I've seen a whole lot. I've casted and hosted a whole lot of quad BR tourneys, but I don't really know what kind of kill lines to expect.
Yeah, with duos as well, you don't seem to get as many kills. You get a bit of a pop-up towards the end of the game, but I think generally anywhere between sort of 10 to 15 kills, I'm expecting to be quite a high game, and that's with a win as well. I think that's what's really going to set these players apart. But again, to pick up 10 kills in a game like this, where everyone's skill levels are quite, again, very, very varied skill levels. We've got a little bit of everything in here. It's going to be interesting, and again, this first match is going to be a real litmus test to see just where we sit for the rest of the competition. But again, this is a little bit of a slower start from Lame and Enotook. I mean, they don't have their loadouts yet. They don't have a lot of money, and now they've only got one player up and about in the fight. So we'll see how this engagement goes.
And Lame's got 0 kills. He is sitting on a goose egg. His teammate Enotook has 2 at least. So they're doing some work, and it is still early days.
Still alive for now.
Lame is getting into a confrontation. Looks like he managed to get the kill. However, was that the whole duo finished off, or are they looking for one more?
I forget the Russian for squad wipe, but it may have been in there. But yeah, again, they think they might be on the hunt for one more player. But as you can see, the numbers are starting to really drop off. 94 players remaining in the lobby now. And again, we're slowly but surely coming to the close of the circle. And that's going to be our loadout drop. Again, looking for cash. That's going to be key right now.
On board with Barry and Robbie G here. Miles, what do you know about these players?
I actually don't know anything about these players.
All right.
This is all new to me.
Great. Well, and you got to think for every single person on the board here, every minute that passes really is valuable intel, because even if you don't manage to close out the kills that you're hoping for, even if you get gunned down by an opponent, you can still hopefully take something away from that strategy, learn, evolve. And I'm going to be so interested to see how the meta evolves over these 5 games.
I'm actually amazed to be speaking of strategy. In my experience in private lobbies, helicopters don't last very long. I mean, you tend to get gunned down quite quickly, but on board now with Solution and Mackie, back with these guys. They had a little bit of a run around before. They both have their loadouts, which is looking good. AMAX, nice to see here. The AMAX is still a very formidable assault rifle, even in the age of the DMR. Here we go. Fight's on.
Let's go, Mickey!
Let's go!
That was the squad wipe, the team wipe. They're both down and out. A nice win for both of them. And again, money's starting to flow a little bit more now. The bounty's going to help out. And Mackie's pumped. Mackie is pumped and ready to go.
Well, it kind of tends to snowball, doesn't it? You get that 1 kill. We see he only has the 1 kill on the board, and he is looking for more.
The only thing with duos, and again with private games, is like momentum is a really dangerous thing. You don't want to get confident and keep rolling like fight after fight after fight, because the chances of players being sat indoors and hiding is very, very high. And right now, Solution, he got eyes on and he's having a great time. For our German-speaking viewers, I'm sure you're understanding exactly what's going on, but my German is very limited, so I'm just going to assume they're like, I got him down, let's push him. Let's push him. Nice nade up over the top. Bit of a stun. He's got himself stopping power rounds as well. Oh no. This could be huge. Big plate. Nice bit of teamwork. Still a 2v1 situation right now for Mackie and the Solution. Can they clean up this final player and get themselves out of the back of Boneyard?
Mackey's going to deploy his trophy system in case this mystery offender throws any grenades his way, but it looks like they're on a little bit of a goose chase. Have they lost him? Are they searching? Are they just running around the building at the same rate?
Oh, there it is. The UAV
There he
is.
is.
Play. The hunt's now on, Jess.
They're running around the truck trying to get him, and instead we're going to hop on board back with Ponyhoff and Snyder. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, it's Snyder. He's the one who's actually on the run right now. So Snyder.
Oh, that's who they're chasing. Beautiful.
Ooh, nice shots. Crack.
Fires back.
So low. Oh! Snyder. Snyder.
What?
What?
Did he get
Oh.
the solution?
He got the first. It's on the Mackie now.
You twisted.
Snyder is in the zone.
Oh my god.
I know we
All right,
pick up
dude,
another,
you're
but we
good.
might not.
Nice shots.
Using that heartbeat sensor, but nothing's coming up. That does not necessarily mean there is nobody, but nobody pings on heartbeat sensor. So now it's a little bit of a guessing game.
He's out of the circle though.
Yeah, he's got to move a little bit. That's the big advantage there.
They walk in.
I believe it's Mackie who went down, so I think it's going to be Solutions who's fighting against at this point in time.
I thought I saw solution pop up on the kill feed, but I am entirely unsure.
Nah, that's not
It's
it.
still
No.
too early for me. I'm faded. But
Partner did not
Still.
have Ghost, don't forget.
Where did he go?
Snyder to get out of this situation, this is incredible. Only thing he's really looking for now is money. If he can survive this fight, that's one thing. But if he can get Bornyhoff back, I mean, they're still in the running to becoming America's Next Top Model. I mean, to just getting...
Oh.
Oh, plot twist.
Yeah.
That's two plates, two plates.
Didn't realize that's what I was watching.
Well, that's
J'ai
it.
touché.
Akito and Mystic. More French players?
Père touché? Non, non, non.
Il s'est fait frappe.
No, no, no.
Ok, ok. Joue un peu plus en haut, fais gaffe.
I believe that was French for flash sale or whatever they call it.
Jouer sa vie. J'ai une belle hauteur.
Oh,
Go- go
fire
à la
sale,
shot,
yeah.
Fire sale, thank you. I was like, that didn't.
Yeah,
As soon as I said it, I was like, that's not right. I don't know French, but I know I've seen that pop up in English on my screen.
Regarde juste si tu veux un viseur, c'est le tien.
Strong power position for Akito to be in right now again.
Yeah.
And in the AX50 sniper rifle, again, comes with Modern Warfare. It's been a while since we saw that. A lot of players favor the HDR for the range. But right now, again, AMAX and AX50. So he's going classic. He's a classic Modern Warfare player. He's having none of that Cold War nonsense. You can keep your DMRs. I'm running last meta.
They are just
Cioè,
gonna
non hanno modo di
play
darci da
right
quel lato lì.
around the border there.
Sì, guarda
Probably
dall'altro
smart,
lato,
you know,
guardi
no
le
one
corde.
can sneak up on you from behind, and that high ground advantage gives them nice, clear view to see any potential threats.
Tor.
Back on board with Barry and iRobbie.
Ok.
iRobbie G.
Ma io
Yeah, iRobot Robbie.
Oh, iRobot Robbie.
iRobot Robbie G? No, Robbie G's. They're in a great spot right now. Again, loadout at hand. They've got themselves a decent power position. They've got to be worried about anyone coming up from above. But again, with the not so recent a change, but again, the adjustments to the map in Warzone, the top of the airport is no longer as safe as it once was. Because again, you can raffle up the sides. There's little rappels, there's little orange things.
Raffle?
Raffle? Repel?
Yeah, no, I think you're right the second time. Repel.
Cazzo è? Sembrava arrivasse dall'altro lato di
I think.
Albert, giuro.
I don't know.
Jess, this is the most intercontinental show I think we'll ever do. Oh, eyes on. I think that may be the French players are across the map.
Ooh,
Carl's not going to cut it at this range. Ooh, if that's the AX50, this is not a fight you want to take. He's getting outclassed there by sheer caliber.
No, è fondamentale la prossima safe è quella che decide.
Yeah, that's gonna be the team
Oh.
five, surely.
I like the attempt, but still, no one quite makes the shot there. But again, everyone looking to find kills as the circle slowly but surely closes in. And again, this is going to be very, very different, friends, to a pub kill race. This is not the same. We are in a private lobby. Every building potentially full of a crack aim streamer.
What about here?
And I mean that seriously.
And here's another point that I want to ponder about, because it was brought up that, yeah, these are entertainers, these are Twitch creators that we're seeing. They're not necessarily pros. I know we have some, we have Method Sick, who was oh, this is going to be terrible if that precision airstrike lands on him as he's rezzing. Can he get, oh, he almost gets the self-res off. Even if he had gotten off, though, he would not have time to actually run away. He still would have gotten struck no matter what. But I know we have some former pros. We have Method Sick playing here in Twitch Rivals. However, the rest of these guys are primarily, you know, they're entertainers, they're creators. Does not mean that they're not fantastic at the gameplay, but I just wonder, is this going to be kind of the same level of competition that you might expect from if they were all pros?
I mean, yeah, everyone knows the same sort of vibe is that you can't be taking every single fight willy-nilly like you would in a pub stomp. Again, FIFA Kill and Gargoyle, two players who have won Twitch Rivals in the past. Both of them have got a lot of Warzone championships under their belt, just as a team, as a duo. So this is a very formidable squad. I would expect these two to go a little further. We saw Gargoyle go down quite quickly there, and just as fast as he died, he was brought back in there by FIFA.
Damn. This is a bad spot. We're not
Hopping on board with Nicolarn and what? For the first time, I don't know if we've seen what they're doing yet, but it looks like their Nicolarn at least is sitting at 0 kills. That is all right. They are hunting down that bounty, or not really looking to hunt it down, but they have that. They get that free mini UAV, as I like to put it, which is always advantageous, even if you're not actually planning to kill the bounty target. Who knows? Someone else might come in and do the dirty work for them.
Yeah, knowledge is power. I think it's the first Mac 10 DMR combo we've seen in the competition so far. And again, it did receive a nerf very early this morning, or if you are in the UK, a bit earlier in then, or in Europe rather. But not much of a significant nerf. It's still very, very dangerous, very, very powerful. While we do a little bit of a settings adjustment, we'll jump on board with a little big whale and Yuna. Again, more DMRs. We like to see it. Everyone's come to play today.
Dans les trous du toit. Il y a des mecs au-dessus. Bah ouais, c'est pour ça.
Trying to give everyone a chance to listen to the comms.
Il y a des fissures.
Again, French speakers. Shout out to you guys. As Yuna and Big Little Whale look to clear out their way through airport. Again, central circle right now, looking quite good. But again, you have to play these areas very, very carefully. Don't forget a lot of noise being made by sprinting around. We know that there were some players, the two Italian players on top of the airport, and I apologize for the squeaky toy. My dog is in the ring with me. He's a passionate chewer.
I'm just glad that you broke the puppy seal first because, you know, I've got 2 little dogs and they've been quiet so far, knock on wood, but we're definitely going to hear from them later. So I'm actually quite glad that it was your puppy that made the noise first.
Yeah, my little man, he's got a squeaky toy in his mouth and he's letting us know. Akito's still running around. Managed to get one, I'm up on the board, at least 1 kill now. Playing edge of circle, and this is a little dangerous, but again, look at his position right now. He's going to be coming across the 2 French players, and again, 2 Italians on top of the roof as well. I'm forgetting everyone's names. It's early in the morning. Oh, Kamikaze cuts him down easy. No armor, no problem whatsoever.
Was a little bit of a dangerous position, but he didn't really have a choice. He had that enemy opponent, you know, putting the pressure on him and kind of forcing him to play the edge. So he was really caught between a rock and a hard place. I mean, do you try to move in and open yourself up to that gunfire while not worrying too much about the circle, or do you worry more about the enemy? And it's just a tough decision to make. We'll see how he fares in the gulag.
Sorry, Jess. Yeah, you got to play that long game as well because placement is key. No one's sitting in the points just yet. There are 53 remaining. That's 30 teams in total. Again, we're handing out points from top 25 onwards. Here we go. Holger in the gulag. Big wallbang potential with the LMG. There's a couple of tags just to make this fight interesting. Skoom is now really hurting. There's the cleanup. And just like that, Akito back in the fight. However, hard enough to play regain in this kind of situation again. We're coming towards the more final circles. This is circle number 4. And you really got to worry about how you're going to manage to get at least a couple of weapons and maybe a loadout if you're lucky, and if you're really good, your teammate back.
It's a tough spot to be in, though, because he only has that $200, and all the contracts are going fast. The circle is shrinking. I mean, he might not have that much of an opportunity to get the money needed to buy back his teammate. Back on board with Little Big Whale and Yuna. They're sitting in that 28th place, so they are just about to break into the top 25 needed when a Little Big Whale spots an enemy. I thought I saw someone running across. Nope, might not have been. Did spot a vehicle.
They're just asking each other how they're doing.
They're so.
I think you said I live with my family, la vie, la famille, or I live for my family. It's just like, these guys are just having a nice time, enjoying the weather here in Verdansk.
I know.
It's a nice day. I mean, it's not the clearest skies, but I reckon it's a little brisk there. I reckon it's a little brisk. Back on board with Solution and Mackie again. You can see the circle starting to close in. The action's starting to get a little bit hotter there. There's a nice big kill on a splash. No cleanup, though. Tags in from the right now. This is going to be tricky for Solution. Wide open situation. That gas is going to sting, but not too much. Got a gas mask. Those bullets are going to get the job done. They have to leave this cover if they want to make their play. That's going to be a lot of good shots. Self-revive still at hand now, so there's a decent chance for Solution to get out of this. Mackie, oh no, he gets on the downstairs of the apartment. He goes down as well. He does not have self-revive. He doesn't have anything, and that's the pair of them.
Oh,
was that 24th place? 24th place they just got in. So they do get some points. They get some points, and I see I think Solution had like 6 kills there, so they're gonna get a few points for that, at least for their troubles.
That's not bad. That's 5 points for placement plus kills. But again, this circle, oh man, it's a wide open field. We have a little bit of defilade cover to work with there on the hill. Isaac using that vehicle to reposition. It's going to come down to a good old-fashioned equipment and gunfight. High ground will not be a factor as far as we can tell from this finishing circle, but we'll see how we go.
Little Big Whale and Yuna are still, they're playing the edge of the circle. It is about to close on them, so they probably should get moving. But I like their strategy, though.
Playing it slow. You have to.
Yeah.
Every single house, every single nook and cranny can potentially contain an enemy, and that's the sort of attitude you have to have in a private game. Especially when everyone's playing for placements. And here we go. The gas at their heels. They have to start making a move forward.
Oh.
Little Big Whale with a Little Big Snapper. That's going to be the kill. They managed to clean that player up. There's going to be 3 in total for her now. And we are going to be seeing them have to keep moving. Plate's good for now. Only 2 remaining, and they still have gas mask. So this is a decent bit of clearance they're making here towards the circle.
Oh, j'aime pas ça. Normalement, les mecs en face sont en train de courir aussi, mais...
There is no room for mistakes at this point, but doesn't look like they're